Randy's Random Rants.
He held it against me, yeah. Held it against me, all the things he held. Yeah, held it against me, all the things I did.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
I know you're calling for an inspector general to go through every dollar we've sent to Ukraine, but isn't it the case that the American taxpayer is going to be on the hook for rebuilding most of the entire ravaged landscape of Ukraine post-war?
Absolutely, Laura, and this administration has already said that. They were saying months ago that we better get ready because there's going to be a lot of dollars that need to be expended on the rebuilding effort. Can I just say, by the way, you played the clip and reported on Janet Yellen. I thought it was just like 3 seconds ago that Yellen was saying that she had to take extraordinary measures to make sure the United States didn't default on the debt. But I guess all of a sudden we have billions laying around that we can just give to Ukraine. Maybe the extraordinary measures were her flying over to like hand deliver the checks now. I mean, straight from Joe Biden to her to Zelensky. I mean, this is just ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. It's an affront to American taxpayers. It's an affront to the American people, and it's got to stop.
And I want everyone to understand what the potential price tag on the cost of rebuilding this country would be. Check this out.
Despite that figure being exponentially higher than any other nation has contributed, as a share of GDP, developed countries are all sending about 0.2%. And that's just to defend the land, which has been decimated by Russian airstrikes. Rebuilding carries a whole new set of costs, which the World Bank estimates will total $349 billion.
349 billion. She was referencing, I believe, the 100 billion already allocated. Can you think of any areas in America that could benefit perhaps from that level of investment, Senator, after we've already spent trillions to pay people to stay home? Already allocated. Can you think of any areas in America that could benefit perhaps from that level of investment, Senator, after we've already spent trillions to pay people to stay home and not go to work?
Yeah, gee, I mean, maybe rural Missouri, maybe East Palestine, Ohio. Yeah, I can think of a few, Laura. How about our border? I mean, this is outrageous. We've already spent over $100 billion already spent out the door on Ukraine. Now the administration wants to spend hundreds of billions of dollars more, and I guess Congress thinks that they'll just go along with it. I tell you, I'm not going to go along with it, and the American people, I think, are sick and tired of it. It's time to put the needs of this country first. It's time to say to the Europeans, they need to step up and take the lead on Ukraine. This is their continent, after all. They should be doing something. But Laura, we've spent more on Ukraine than all of the Europeans combined. And there's no end in sight here with Joe Biden. This has got to end, and we've got to get an accounting of every single penny that we have spent on Ukraine.
So let's do a recap here, okay? You got people that came over here on the Mayflower and a whole bunch of other motherboard ships, take over a country, kill a bunch of motherfuckers, alright? Establish a whole screwed up system where you're enslaving black people, enslaving Chinese people, enslaving Indian people, and then eventually the Indian people start enslaving each other, black people start enslaving each other, alright? So then you get this whole system of enslavement and entrapment. Eventually, the house niggas, okay, become more prevalent. And then the people that own the country or have took over the country let more people inside of the country that aren't from there to take over and to help take over and to also enslave and to put inside of the place of the people that were originally in the country. So then you establish a money system, and your money system goes berserk because you can make however much money you want on a machine, and then you pass it out and make everybody fucking work their fucking asses off, okay? All the way to a point where the land that you ravaged and took over, okay, You ate, you fed, pillaged, plundered, got fat, stuffed your faces, and then instead of worrying about the land that you're on that you took over, you're worried about other places. And then you put and exhaust all of your energies into other places instead of paying attention to what's going on your own ground. And eventually everybody, every continent, every country is gonna figure that out and notice that you are exactly what you are. So now you got a big ass whole game, which is gonna be called World War III, which is just another cycle of a new order of things. You had the reputation of being Superman once, the country or continent, and now you're like, yeah, whoever remembers the Superman in Doomsday, when Superman dies, that's what this is. Like Superman is like crawling on the floor, just got finished hitting the pipe. They ain't even hitting him, they just looking at him crawling. They're like, we don't even have to hit this motherfucker. Look at him. This nigga singing like the 5 heartbeats. I wish rain would fall. Or however the fuck. I wish raindrops would fall on my da-da-da, whatever the fuck that nigga said. Yo, that's Superman. That's us right now. But you got all this money to help other countries, and the people don't know what's going on. The people are just paying for it out their pocket, out of their mouths, out of their kids' education. But then, just like he said, Palestine, Ohio, or whatever it is, like they have had trains. There's been a number of trains derailed off of the train tracks with chemicals on them going into, so like we're already in problems that nobody really is catching the gist of, because it sounds like terrorism to me. It already sounds like war, or the beginnings of war. But then besides war, you've got a whole bunch of little wars already inside the country. You got racial wars, you got gang wars, gang turf wars, you got entertainment wars, okay? Black lives matter, white lives matter, drug wars, political war, Trump. They got everybody not wanting to work anymore. Nobody works after the fucking pandemic. Just like you go into a place where somebody's working at, and it's like everybody's bugged out from the pandemic. Like it's crazy. The whole world literally went nuts. So no matter how you look at it, you could already say that the much awaited World War III is already begun. They're already warring. They're already debating and having conflicts, and it's been like that. Oh yeah. Oh. And you got terrorism, okay? Because all of that stuff, the COVID-19, the derailments, like there's a whole bunch of things. It's terrorism. Even if it's not from another country, you got people that's terrorists right here. Okay? People that's like, I mean, you wake up in the morning and you are thinking about killing, robbing, and whatever. You're a terrorist. You are. It's terrorism. And then, while all of this stuff is going on, these people still got you going to court. they're still running around and have the fucking authorities giving you fucking tickets to go to court and fucking stopping you at traffic tickets, traffic lights, and fucking traffic light cameras and sending you tickets and like a whole, like, how the hell do you have all of these problems and you're sitting here still persecuting your people, persecuting everybody? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're all, every country, they're just all a bunch of tyrants, yo. Like, TikTok, for example, okay? TikTok will threaten you, ban you, delete your account, all of that stuff. Tell you you're going against community guidelines and all of that shit. Ban you. How are you banning people and then the whole United States is trying to ban you, so they say, but then again, when you really think about it, all you do is see and hear what they're saying. Behind closed doors, they're probably all shaking hands, okay? And that's the truth of the matter.
That we have spent on Ukraine.
Well, Senator, speaking of accounting, this China hearing tonight on Capitol Hill, some of the Democrats and some Republicans, while they talk tough on China, which is good, you already hear the rumblings of, oh, we have to get into the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We have to launch a new free trade agreement with Taiwan instead of making things here in the United States. What kind of slippery slope would we be falling down if that's what comes out of these China hearings?
And here's something else for you, what I've been saying too, Facebook. I stopped using Facebook for the most part. I'm gonna eventually just delete my account on Facebook or just not use it. More than likely delete it, but you got terrorism going on Facebook. They will even tell you that you're disrupting and not going along with their community guidelines, get banned and all of that. But they will let certain people or certain things promote the most heinous crap. Just like you go on Facebook and you'll get ads of something like, oh yeah, buy these clothes, Nike. How do you got people selling fake Nike stuff and you not banning them? And you got people, thousands and millions of people that leave replies and comments on these people's pages and posts, or like the ad itself that is BS. How do you have people selling fake Nike stuff or selling fake anything to where you order it and you don't even get your stuff, or you get something fake or what you didn't order or something like that? And this is what they promote on promoted on Facebook. There's plenty of them. Plenty of false advertisement. Plenty stalkers and scammers and schemers on Facebook. But they want to, and Instagram and Facebook, they're owned by the same people. TikTok, I've bought things from TikTok, and I've gotten everything I bought from TikTok. It's just that there's still things that's promoted on there that probably shouldn't be sometimes, and you never know where things are coming from. Another thing is that the clothes, all of a sudden, has anybody noticed that unless you go to a name brand store, like a high end store or whatever, the clothes that you buy, they're like all made with the same material now. Like, it feels like it's like soft cotton, but you wash it a couple of times and you got a whole bunch of lint balls, dirty lint balls on your arm sleeve or your leg up near your crotch or your pockets or whatever. And I've bought, I couldn't even tell you how many clothes since the pandemic, and they all have the same kind of material. The kind of material where if you're smoking a cigarette and you drop the cherry on your cigarette or a cherry on a match, anything, enough heat, it'll burn a hole right through your fucking shirt or your whatever it is, your pants, shirt, a hole right through it. Clothes were never made like that. I still have clothes from 10, 20 years ago that I prefer wearing, and I could go to work, go to sleep in them, I could do anything in them, wash them 1,000 times, and they will not accumulate any lint balls. And most of these clothes, when you look at them, most of them, guess where they're made? Jeopardy music, please. China.
These China earrings.
Big mistake. Here's what we need to do. We need to revoke China's most favored nation status. That would be real action here. Let's end the special sweetheart deal that they have gotten, the Chinese government has gotten for over 20 years now. It was a huge error. Allowing them into the WTO, giving them permanent normalized trade relations. Huge mistake, Laura. Probably.
Now, whatever that is, he's absolutely right. But what it is that we should not be having any kind of relations with any of these countries. Anybody, like, you should be making your own stuff. If you gotta revert to making engines that run off of hydrogen or water or whatever it is, you could do it. Or take engines out completely. We could walk. Like, I'm serious. Like, we don't need to be having any kind of relations, ties to any of them countries. Nobody. I'm serious. And to tell you the truth, the people that took over this country, wherever they came from, they need to go back too. And then give the land back to the people that were here, the indigenous people, or whatever bloodlines come from them. And everybody take their ass home and go, you know what I'm saying? Make your money, crypto, wherever the fuck it is, and rule your land over there. That's what I think.
That they have gotten, the Chinese government has gotten for over 20 years now, was a huge error. Allowing them into the WTO, giving them permanent normalized trade relations. Huge mistake, Lord. Probably the biggest strategic economic mistake that this country has made under a Republican and Democrat leadership. I mean, but George W. Bush and Bill Clinton. Biggest mistake in, who knows, decades. A huge error. We need to stop it. Let's revoke their trade relations.
People don't give a fuck about us at all.
Senator, thank you so much.
They be over there fucking enslaving each other, eating fucking rice. They eat any damn thing, and then like they look at us like we're the fucking nasty people eating rats and cooking rats and fucking oil and chopping them up and shit, eating cats, all of that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Word. The fuck out of here, man. And got all of that money. How you got all that money and you got motherfuckers over there fucking slaving and fucking dying and like just living in the worst of shit. Word. And then you wanna fucking gradually extend your motherfucking disgustingness to us? Like, fuck that shit, man. I'm sorry. Fuck out of here. And your country knows exactly what the fuck is going on. Like, how the hell don't you? Fuck out of here. I mean, seriously, how much money do you need for yourself? How much gold and fucking, how many different cars do your two legs need? Like, how much shit do these people actually need? All of them. Like, I'm not with anybody. Like, you, like, ruling and wanting to rule shit. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, just look at them. Fuck out of here. Like, could you imagine any leader that you know not being a leader and they're just like the average person that you see? Like, you think they'd get some pussy? You think somebody would marry them or respect them or something? Like, people would be slapping them in the back of their fucking heads on the fucking subway train. Like, just picture them. Like, serious. Like, how the hell did you even get in your position from your family or whatever? Like, imagine any of them motherfuckers, from your president to a president to another, from another country. Just imagine them not being who they were and having to go to work and fucking ride in a fucking bus or a bike. Like, imagine that shit. Like, cause I could see it. They literally look like they should be. No class, no style, no nothing. Just sitting there mad and angry. Like, they know they ain't no fucking body, and they wouldn't be if it wasn't for what their fucking title. The fuck out of here. Bunch of fucking losers. So basically, all in a box. Everybody, you gotta get ready for some real horrible shit. And the crazy thing is that you don't even care. You wake up in the morning wanting to rob each other. wanting to rob, kill, rape, scheme, scam, run up in somebody's house, home invasion, go kill somebody while they're in their car, trying to get money or trying to buy a car or whatever. You niggas is ready to kill each other and then go flash money on the internet. So this is a whole nother type of fucking terrorism we talking here. Shit, you motherfuckers done turned rap into terrorism. Hip hop, terrorism. Shit. So when you really break it down, there ain't nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Who you gonna go, where you gonna hide? With a fucking slave inside the slave quarters? Cause that's all y'all. Bunch of fucking slaves. You can't help no fucking body. Word, you can't even help your motherfucking self. Make all the fucking wrong choices and then end up fucking having to listen to somebody tell you when to fucking take a shit, how much you can eat, shut up, go to sleep, turn around, roll up, it's court date, chow time, nigga, like, for real. Fuck out of here, man. Slaves. But anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Look at this shit. Shit is so sad, man. And we're here, we be complaining about the shit that we complain about, yo. And this is what the fuck is going on. Going on right now while you're sitting complaining. And then sadly, nobody thinks about getting ready for this shit to happen to them. You think that they thought about it before it happened? Most of them. It's sad, man. We definitely live in a sad fucking world.
Alright, so here's my thing. Here's my thing all wrapped up in a bow for you. When I was young, and I gotta explain this because I know that when I speak and the things that I say, people can definitely get the wrong perception of a person, especially me. Like, I am not prejudiced in any kind of way, okay, for all of you people. When I was young, I admired every single ethnicity. I grew up in a school. I was raised around people. I went to a school all my life with different ethnicities. All my friends were different ethnicities. I had Korean friends, Chinese friends, not too many, but it, like when you add it all up, Chinese friends, I can name them, Dwayne Cole, but I'm not gonna name people. German friends, Italian friends, Jewish, Black, Indian, every damn ethnicity that you could think of, I had as a friend. Haitian, Jamaican, whatever, okay? So, when I was young, I admired every person for the things that they had. Like Chinese people, I love Chinese people. I mean, not just for kung fu flicks or anything cool that they could come up with technology. Nothing. Just them themselves. They were cool as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that I admired about them. Indian people, all of that. So once I got older and you realize that these people really do not like you for whatever reason. And there's exceptions to the rule, and this is what I mean. My thing is that anybody that's a real person, I will do anything for you. I'll die for you. I'll do anything for a person that is a real person. It doesn't matter what color you are, what ethnicity, what race, what gender. You could be green from outer space, and you cool, or you cool as a motherfucker, like we could be best friends. Alright? So now you look at everybody and they get older, they got their doctrines, they learn from their parents and people that come before them, the people that they look up to, and it's like people really, and I would say my ethnicity, we have the most natural enemies. We're like the opposite of a lion, or the myth of a lion, because they say they don't have natural predators. Like, I don't know what fucking Discovery Channel, Animal Planet you watch. They're called hyenas. They're called fucking everything. Scorpions, bugs. I've seen mongooses and honey badgers. Fucking the wild goats. All of them shits. Like, what you mean they don't have fucking, they got the most natural predators ever. And especially if they're by their damn self. But anyway, my ethnicity, we have the most natural predators for some fucking reason. Which means that from the beginning of time, there's something that the original us, we are linked to the original problem. Word. So, when it comes to my ethnicity, we don't really have no ethnicity. Everybody else has a culture. And I wouldn't even want to be living in an American Indian culture anyway. I don't want to see people getting sacrificed and walking to a damn top of a damn pyramid temple, getting chopped up and go back to life in your teepee and shit. It's not the life I want to live, but the other side is the Africans that got brought over here against their will. So then when you break that down, my whole culture and ethnicity, they're all in gangs and want to kill each other, want to rob, steal, rape, and pillage and plunder, just like they did on the damn Mayflower to your grandparents and shit. Whatever kind of flower it was that they came on. But this is the world. This is it. Nobody likes each other. They're shaking hands behind doors. They don't even like each other. I mean, how many people can you want to control or think that you're going to control, or what like this? It's a big ass cycle that never ends. I wouldn't want to control nobody. I would want everybody to walk and be free as they want. Everybody should be able to go to any country or continent that they want at any time. It's not, it'll never be like that. Okay? Guns will never go away. Everybody, as the days go by, the kids, they're getting guns. They're shooting people in the school, teachers, students. You understand? World War III is bigger than World War III. It's called the tribulation. And I would say that it has pretty much officially begun. But the thing is that just like an ending doesn't mean that it's immediate. An ending can last for a long time, just like a beginning can. So, like I said, I'll catch you on the next one.
I'm very highly educated. I know words, I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.